BookTube. What a mess. Harry has a schedule of his own that he wants to follow, and it doesn't align with the schedule that I'm on. So I'm going to try and make this quick, which is always kind of like, LOL. I can't make anything quick. I am a rambler, and I can't even start this video off making it quick because I'm just talking about how I can't make things quick. Okay, so I'm going to be doing Sandy from Miss Reads a Lot, her original tag, which, clearly I have my computer here. We're going with it. So it's called the 1001 Books tag, and it's based off of her project, which is to read the 1001 books you must read before you die. I actually own a version of that book. And Sandy is wonderful. If you don't follow her, which I'm sure you all do, please do. She's amazing. And I'm so glad that she finally created a tag. This is her first original tag, and I was tagged by her, the creator. So, prompt 1, 1001 lists. Do you follow any book lists? So yes I do. I am currently reading through the 1001 children's books you must read before you grow up. It's been a slow yet steady process for me. I also have in the past followed the Pulitzer with some interest, and upcoming I really want to follow the Booker with more interest. And I'll talk about that in an upcoming video, but the Booker is what is interesting me. 1001 books. How many physical books do you currently own? I did a rough estimation in counting, and then just roughly. So I think roughly I own about 600 books. Now it could be a little bit more or a little bit less, but I think we own about 600, and that includes all of the children's books that I own. So kids books and so on. And then it says, how many ebooks do you own? Well, luckily, I just did the Confessions of a Kindle Hoarder tag, which I will leave linked down below, where I talk all about my Kindle and my experience with my Kindles. And, oh no, don't get all riled up. By the way, knit sweaters are not great for puppies. They like to tear them up, so I'm going to probably have to change my sweater at some point today. But I own, on my Kindle, I have 122 items, but that also includes samples. I'm really not sure how many books I own. I would say it's probably half that, so maybe 60 ebooks. 1001 books read. Approximately how many books have you read in your lifetime? Do you keep track? I have read, I really don't know. My focus, as I've mentioned before, has always been children's books. I worked at a library, my local library, as the person, what was it? I was a library assistant, but I worked in the children's books area. I was a middle school teacher, so I focused my efforts then on middle school, middle grade reading. And then I got my graduate degree in library and information science for K-12 education, but my focus was on kindergarten through 5th grade. So kids under 10 years old, books and literature that appealed to them. And I didn't keep track of the kids' books that I read at that point. So I've read, including kids' books, hundreds upon hundreds of books. But again, my focus has almost always / exclusively been on children's literature. This has been one of the first times this year, and oh no! This year has been, this alarm is telling me, Shelly, move on. But this year I've really been focusing more on adult literature, which is one of the first times in my life that I've been, I wouldn't say one of the first times, but it's been a portion of my life where I've really read adult books in earnest. Because yeah, my expertise is on children's books. Oh goodness. Okay. 1001 Arabian Nights. Have you read any stories from the Arabian Nights? Do you have a favorite? And if you haven't read it, do you want to? I haven't read the 1001 Arabian Nights, but it's also on my children's books list. So Sandy or anybody out there, if you are interested in reading that, maybe Sandy and I need to host a read along. I better not do this off the cuff. I'm going to start making promises I can't keep. But maybe Sandy, as an idea, Sandy, if you're watching this, maybe we should host a read along of the 1001 Arabian Nights, because it's on both of our lists. Ooh, 1001 flavors. Do you have a favorite food or flavor? I love spicy food. I love like ridiculously spicy food. And that could be like butter chicken from Indian food restaurants. There's also, my Indian food restaurant has this in our area, though it's like 45 minutes away, but it still counts as in my area. So they deep fry cauliflower, and it's like bread coated, and they deep fry it, and then they toss it in this incredibly, ridiculously spicy sauce, and it's my favorite thing to eat of all time. Beyond spicy, I love the opposite, which is sweet things. I really love my mama's peach cobbler from the peach tree that I grew up with. I love Southern caramel cake, which has this, usually like a buttermilk cake with this caramel coated frosting. I've made it before, and it is a labor of love because the caramel frosting takes over an hour to make, and you're standing with a whisk over the hot stove. Very delicious, but also like very time and physically intensive to stand over the hot stove like whisking caramel sauce, but it's really, really good. So flavors, spicy and sweet. 1001 pages. Have you read a book that is over 1,000 pages? Is there one you recommend, and is it worth the time? And then also, what is the longest book you have read? So I read Infinite Jest by David Foster Wallace. I've mentioned this a bunch on my channel. It's probably the longest book that I've read besides a Harry Potter book, because she writes really long books. I like it. I really enjoyed it, though I know many people who have said that it's not to their taste, and I totally can understand. But I did enjoy the read. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've read that's over 1,000 pages. I'm sure there is, but that one is always the one that I kind of go to in my mind for a very long read. 1001 buckets. Do you have a non-bookish bucket list? What is one thing on the list? I don't. I don't know. There are places that I want to travel to, but I try not to plan too far into the future. I really would love to visit Japan again. I visited there when I was a little girl, and I would love to go again. I would love to go to, this morning I was watching AJ Dunn. I'm going to link their channel below, but they mentioned New Orleans. I would love to visit New Orleans. I would also love to visit the Northeast. I have only been to New York City, but I've never been anywhere beyond that. Oh no, is all chaos gonna break loose because my youngest is getting excited? I don't know. So there are places that I would like to visit and that I would like to see, but I'm not crossing my fingers and toes. I travel in books, which I love, and I've seen a bunch of places that I'm very grateful to have seen. So no, I don't know. I don't really have a bucket list for non-bookish things. Okay, 1001 numbers. Do you have a lucky number, and is there a story behind it? When I was a little girl, my lucky number was 8 because the cutest boy on my brother's baseball team was number 8. And I was like, yes. I even remember his name, y'all. I even remember his name. It's been 20 years. Okay, 1001 authors. Do you have a favorite author or genre? Okay, that's super hard. That's so hard. Favorite author is constantly changing. I read somebody that I'm really impressed with, that gets me thinking and expands my mind in a way that I never thought could be expanded, and then that, you know, they become my favorite author of the moment. Favorite genre, though, I really love literary fiction, though I really hate that term. I like fiction that is that uses words that words become a craft, and that they are a master of their craft, the author is. And that, I love that. But other than that, I've been really loving nonfiction. I'm reading the Catherine Gray biography. I love that. I'm reading, though not in earnest, Annie Dillard's Pilgrim at Tinker Creek, which is phenomenally beautiful. I love memoirs. And so nonfiction is really climbing in the ranks, and I might do a project a minor project next year or like a focus next year on nonfiction. But I haven't solidified any plans, so don't take my word for it. Okay, 1001 activities. What is your favorite outdoor activity? I love to just walk and hike. I love to walk outdoors. Right, isn't that right? I love to take long, meandering walks, which is really great that I now have a dog, because now I can take my dog on a walk, and it could just be he and I walking around. But that's my favorite. I also really love to swim. I grew up with a pool, and I was really lucky in that way, and I have always been a swimmer, and I love to swim, but I don't love the East Coast. At least in our area, we actually live near the ocean, but it's not very deep. So I don't love this ocean experience, the one that I'm actually closest to. But I really love swimming in pools. That's kind of like my shindig. I love swimming in swimming pools. You know, no sand, no creatures, just the pool and the chlorine. Okay, 1001 book clubs. Not a prompt, but a question for the comments. Should I start a 1001 book club with a book of the month for a read-along? Sandy, you do whatever you want to do, and I'm here to support you. And that reminds me, I have a book club, and we're reading Fahrenheit 451, and we're starting next week. Okay, tag 10 plus 1 friends, so tag some friends. And I think she was saying that, you know, we tag 11. I'm going to tag just who I'm going to tag. And I'm going to try and deviate from the list that she has, because she tagged a bunch of people. So I'm going to tag Jolene from Bookworm Adventure Girl. I'm going to tag Alicia from Alicia Reads and Rambles. Michelle Lexi, I'm going to tag you. Greg from Another Bibliophile Reads. I'm going to double check to see that. Let's see. Don't bite me. Rosie Cockshut. Rosie, I'm tagging you. And that's it. I think that's enough. I need to take my youngest to preschool. Actually, this was quick, you all. I can see the time. I actually did a pretty good job. Okay, wow. I'm really proud of myself. Okay, and I'm gonna go before Harry really starts to chew a hole through my lip gloss. And yeah, so I hope you all enjoy. Thank you for enduring the chaos with me. Oh, and Steve Donahue. I know you've been watching my channel lately, probably because of Harry. If you want to do this, then please do this. I know that you're finishing Jim's tags, but do the tag if you would like to do the tag. That is it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye, guys. Why do I always do this at the last second? Jack from the Rambling Raccoon Tour. We are doing a oh my gosh, this really means I need to go. Okay, Jack from the Rambling Raccoon Tour. We're doing a buddy read together, y'all, and he is amazing. And I would love to see you do this tag, 1001. This is a wild guess, though it's not that wild. I'm sure that you probably read the 1001 Arabian Nights, and I'm really interested in your answer. Okay, that is it. I am done here. I gotta go, and I will see you all. I will actually see you all in my next one next time. I'm leaving this time. Bye, guys.